Hey guys, welcome back to the Bengals Gymnasium. I'll get right into it. We beat the Washington Redskins 38-31. This is a pretty good game. Offensively, we looked pretty good again. Defensively, we looked a lot better. We started with Carlos Dunlap back, and Michael Johnson had a pretty good game. Dunlap had a sack fumble recovery, so we got the ball. So we got a turnover in that aspect. The defensive pressure was pretty good, pretty much the whole game. The Redskins did get something going into the second half, though. It was a fun game to watch, and so offensively, yeah, we looked pretty good the whole game, except going into the second half, we were a little slow there for a little bit, but we started picking up and got another 14. So it was a fun game to watch. At the end there, it was I don't know. Terrence Newman just has to calm down a little bit. I didn't like that personal foul when RG3 was going out of bounds and he hit him. It really was uncalled for. So anyway, we're playing. I'll just talk about my game first. We're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars next, and in this game, I'm going to take us this time. Offensively, where we stack up their defense. When you look at the defensive stats for both teams, they both are like in the same area. Like when you look, I don't know, some of the stats. So you can't always just look at the stats, but when you look at the stats and like yardage and everything. And it all adds up. Jacksonville and Cincinnati are pretty close. They're like right next to each other. So, but when you go to the offensive side of the ball, the Bengals are ranked a lot higher, especially in the passing game. We're ranked 4th. I'm not sure where Jacksonville's ranked, but I know they were relatively lower. And same with scoring offense. So, I think we'll win this game. We'll have Leon Hall back for this one, and then of course our D-line's been doing what it's been doing. So, I just hopefully the linebackers can play a good game, and we have to be able to stop Maurice Jones-Drew. That's going to be the biggest problem that we need to take care of, our defensively anyway, against the Jaguars. So yeah, I'll take the Bengals in this game to win. So all right. So the next game that I'll talk about will be Cleveland at Baltimore, the Thursday night one, which is pretty much today. I'm going to take the Ravens in this game. Browns, they usually play division opponents close, but Browns look a little bit better. But I'm going to take the Ravens here. Ravens are on a roll, and they'll continue to do so. Carolina versus Atlanta, I'm going to take the Falcons. They're just playing really good. They're playing really good football right now. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Falcons in that one. Next, New England versus Buffalo Bills. New England, they'll bounce back after the loss to Baltimore and get a win here. So, the Buffalo Bills, I don't know what to say about them yet. They're looking nice, but earlier last year they were looking nice, and then we saw what happened there. So, but hey, you never know. Maybe Buffalo is really for real this time. We'll see. Next, Minnesota at Detroit. Man, this is a hard one to call because they're not looking bad in Detroit. They're looking a little shakier. I mean, as far as the pass game goes for Matt Stafford and company, but Calvin Johnson did have a breakout performance, but here I'm going to take it's in Detroit. I don't know. This is kind of a toss-up game. I'm not really sure because if this were in Minnesota, I'm taking the Vikings for sure. But it's in Detroit. I don't know. Detroit's secondary had problems tackling last week against Tennessee, so I don't know. I'm just gonna have to take Minnesota here, but Detroit probably could win too. But I'm gonna take Minnesota. Next, Tennessee at Houston. I'm going to take the Houston Texans. Overall, they're just a better team, and both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively, they're like possibly the best team in the AFC. I mean, it's debatable between them, and Baltimore's definitely up there as well. So next we have San Diego versus the San Diego Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This is another one. I'm not really sure because the Chargers, they're shaky at best. Yeah, they're 2-1, but the one against the Raiders was like the Raiders kind of gave them that game with all the turnovers and the bad special teams. So I don't know. I'm going to take Kansas City. I'll take Kansas City. Even though they're 1-2, they've looked kind of better. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. The Jets lost Revis. I'm going to have to take the San Francisco 49ers to bounce back from that loss against the Minnesota Vikings. Next, Seattle versus St. Louis. of course I'm taking the Seahawks. I mean, yeah, I do say that the Jennings interception, it was an interception, but still, the Seahawks played their butts off, and they were there till the end. And their defense I like their defense. They got a real nice defense. They'll win this game. So yeah, I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. Next, we have Miami going against Arizona. I'm going to take the Cardinals. They're playing really good football right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Patrick Peterson. Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Cards. In their offense, it's gonna pick them up. Yeah, they're gonna be all right. I like Arizona. Oakland versus Denver. I'm gonna take the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning and company to get another win to move to 2-2. Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh this last week, but it was a good game. It went back and forth, but I just think Manning and Denver are gonna get the win here. The division game. You can never be too sure though. All right. New Orleans versus the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay will bounce back and get another win. The Saints, I don't know. Right now, it looks like they're going to fall to 0-4. I don't know. They just don't look like they have the same energy that they did last year with their head coach being out and everything. I don't know what's going on with those guys. Next, Washington versus Tampa Bay. I want to take the Washington Redskins here. The Tampa Bay, I don't know. Their offense just did not impress me at all when they went against the Dallas Cowboys this last week. I am unimpressed. They have good defense. I like their defense, but their offense just did not impress me at all. Next, the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to take the Giants here. Philadelphia, like with the turnovers and just the self-inflicted wounds, just they're not gonna give themselves a chance. It's funny that they're 2-1 with the style of play they've been doing offensively, but I'm going to take the Giants here. Next, Chicago versus the Dallas Cowboys. This is one of those games. I'm not really sure which Cutler are we going to get. Are we going to get the good one where he doesn't do the turnovers? But and then same goes for Romo. I mean, are we going to get the good Romo? I don't know. This is a hard one to call, but I guess I'll just take the Dallas I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. But I kind of want to take the Bears, so that one I'm not too sure about. That's probably the hardest one. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week.